Hello Guardians, it is Ebontis here, and we are here with Banshee44 in the tower because he's got a new quest for us. If you are an owner of Shadowkeep or Season of the Undying, you have access to this bow. Now, this is going to be a heavy bow. I will do a little review at the end after it, but this is going to be a guide and how to get it. The review will come later. So the quest is Make Bows, Not War. Banshee looks up from his work as you approach. Hey, he says. Heard about the moon, nightmares, Vex. He shakes his head. You're going to want some real firepower for that. His gaze loses focus for a moment, then he goes on. Got something in my workshop that I want you to have. Ain't a gun, big bow. It'll chew up those Vex real good. You go on up to my workshop, take a look at it, and see if you like it. Kate'll tell you where the secret entrance is. Another customer queues behind you. Best get going. So, we've got Make Bows Not War wants you to give a weapon stored in his workshop, but he didn't specify how to get in. Locate the hidden entrance to Banshee's workshop and find the weapon. So we got to claim the bow first. So let's go ahead and figure out how to get there. Alright, so once we've started the quest, we are in the main tower landing zone. So we're going to go ahead and run into the hangar and get this thing going. It is a bit of a run while we go, so I will just chat with you guys. Honestly, thank you guys for all the support lately. Just past 41,000 subs. That is absolutely amazing. So thank you all very much. You guys can find me on Twitch and Twitter. It's Ebontis on both. And if you do feel like supporting me directly, I do have a Patreon as well. If you want to check that one out, it's just Ebontis there as well. Description covers all that stuff for you guys. So once you come into the hangar, we're going to follow this staircase all the way up. That guy's a little bit ahead of me, so it's fine. So once you get up here, we'll be running along this direction and just literally following this path. It's kind of hard to fall off to a point. And up and over here. And you want to jump over just a little bit so we can get a nice little running leap over here to this platform. As you can tell, the whole world is up here right now. So if you're doing this today or soon, you're going to see a lot of people doing the same thing. So it's really kind of just follow the bodies and you should probably make it through. Quick U-turn over here. Drop down the hole. And run towards this side. Jump up in. And then from here through the doorway. And then up and over. Over here, jump on this box right here. Jump up on the railing. Up top. And then either way, just got to get across. Fall down once again. And keep the run going. Around the corner, down the tubes, and here. If from the direction that you'll actually enter this room, come in here, look to your left. Jump up here. Jump up on the catwalk and then jump across and you'll be pointed in the right direction. Same principle here. Jump up inside and here we are. So, inside, nothing too crazy. You can actually kind of see out there. This is a weird little glitch. There's like ventilation, but you can actually see out in the tower. Out there, that is... basically, we're all the way opposite Banshee because Banshee's literally behind where that J Dunn guy is right now. And Master Rahul's over there under that banner. So we're pretty much on the other side, which is a little funny. And we'll come up here and let's say open door. We are unable to open the door, hence the new quest step. So we got to head back to Banshee real quick, so let's do that. Alright, so we're back. Where are the keys, sir? Banshee's pleased that you want the heavy bow in his workshop. Good, he says. Real good. Problem is, though, lock on that case is real secure. Haven't opened it since we won the war against Gaul. Not even sure I know where the key codes are. He contemplates a moment. Well, that's alright. We can reverse engineer him. I'd say crack the glass, but he trails off. There's an ominous look in his eyes. I don't recommend cracking the glass. Just don't do it. He gives Ghost a number of diagnostics to generate a new code, then sends you on your way. So we'll go ahead and go into Safe Cracking 101. Alright, Guardians, so I can confirm the Nightfall is going to do it in chunks of 50%. Win or loss, obviously you got to finish the thing, but Gambit Prime will be 25%, I think I heard, for a loss, and 35% for a win. And that's going to be your fastest in Gambit. If you're willing to do the Nightfall, the 920 Nightfall Ordeal is match made, so just make sure you guys pay attention to what is going on this week, or at least what your modifiers are. Fire Pit, Unstoppable, and Barrier Champions, and of course incoming Void Damage and Aerial. So that's this week, October 22nd, if you're watching this now. Again, Nightfall, the Ordeal, at hero difficulty with matchmaking, can get you 50%, so do this twice and you're basically done. So that's my advice, because you can matchmake into this one and it's still going to go faster than Gambit Prime. So I'm going to go do my second one and see what is next. Alright, Guardians, so the next thing after you do Gambit Prime or Nightfalls, Nightfalls, whatever you want to do, you've got Make Bows Not War, Advanced Safe Cracking 201. The key generator is seeded with viable combat data and can now output codes, but to constrain the possible set of generated codes, Go says you'll need to provide the generator with some more targeted data. Literally. Use a bow to land precision final blows against Vex or Cabal. Now, there's a lot of places you could do this. You could go to Lost Sectors if you want to do that. Vex or Cabal, it's really up to you where you prefer to find them. If you're looking for Cabal, you can go Lost Sector down here on the moon. You're going to have Medium Subterrane. If you're looking for Vex, you can go to Io, and you can come down here to Affix Conduit. That one should be also Vex. But another option, shout out to other people who've probably done this one before, the Leviathan. It's a good place to have a potentially infinite number of spawning enemies. It's only 750 power level. Really no modifiers against you. This is just a challenge. And you can sit in the opening section and shoot Cabal pretty much endlessly until you get this thing done. So I'm going to go to the Leviathan, show you guys where it's at with a little fast forward motion, and we'll shoot these guys in the face. Alright, so once you load into the Leviathan, you've got some enemies that will face you. Don't shoot them, and you don't have to worry about them. We're just trying to get into the Castellum and actually start the first kind of opening encounter. And you'll get this infinite wave of Cabal that will spawn, which is really the easiest way to do this. So bring any bow with you. I've got the new Raid Bow. I've got Arsenic Bite. It pretty much doesn't matter. I was testing Layman Art. Actually, when you come up here and you see these little turbines, jump in them. They'll take you to the top. Just do a single jump and then don't touch anything as you're flying up. Sometimes I get shorted on the jump a little bit, so try and make sure you kind of land up here. If you get short, jump over here, take the stairs. If you land all the way at the top, then, you know, you got a nice smooth landing. Either way. Run in between all these giant guys, some Loyalist Colossus. They're not going to do anything. Just don't tick them off. Run through the door and you're good. So once you get to the top, we're going to go into the Castellum, and depending on what week you do this, the encounter that begins this may be different. You've got the Baths, the Gardens, and the Gauntlet. So depending on where everything's at is where you need to go to kick this thing off. Easy way to tell which encounter it is, it's the one that's going to have the enemies near it. When you enter, directly to your left right here, and if you're going by symbols, you'll see the sun. That's going to be the Baths. Down here, you'll notice we've got a different symbol. You've got the axes. That's going to be the Gauntlet. And the other side of this statue, completely opposite side, is going to be the Garden. So the Garden is going to be the one with the dogs. So if you see the dog statues, you're in the right place. So start out killing these guys. Any bow will do just fine. And all you're going for is those precision shots. Doesn't have to be amazing. Just any bow will do. This is still a 750 raid, so nothing to worry about here. Just make sure you knock out all the enemies. And once they are down... And again, this one you'll notice has like explosive head. So I might not use that one. I might actually try and go with something with just a standard shot. So you do make sure you get the precision kills. You don't get explosive kills, so those are going to be important. If you're having any issues, try something like that. All you got to do is touch the emblem that actually kicks off the encounter, and you're going to have enemies that spawn from both sides. So my advice, come back to the top of the stairs where you were. Come back up here, and then stay back here to pick them off. You'll usually have a couple Phalanx, a couple Legionaries, and all you're going for is those precision kills. Nothing else. Apparently I'm being killed from the left over here. These guys shouldn't really be here, but apparently they are. So if you do have enemies coming from both sides, just watch which angle. This is like the first I've recorded this a couple times. It's the first time I've seen them in different sides. They shouldn't normally be here, let's just say that. Normally they should all spawn in one section in front of you. Should make life pretty easy. So once those are down, if they just keep coming, well, guess what? You're just going to have plenty to shoot at. So watch your radar, make sure you're not going to get overwhelmed from the side, but really just these precision kills. I checked dim. I know it shows a percentage in the game, but you need 75 precision kills. So try and get these as quick as you can. And then once you have your 75 and your quest is done, we'll head back out. And apparently I'm just going to have enemies from all over the place, because that guy's not supposed to be there. So we're going to kick this thing back to orbit. But yeah, 75 kills. Hopefully you don't have this weird glitch of that guy over there. Normally it's just the enemies spawning from this section down below, and they will just keep coming out. So infinite Cabal for you to shoot. Have fun, enjoy, and back to orbit we go. Alright, Guardians, so once you've gotten your Cabal or Vex precision kills with a bow, the key generator needs just a little more data before you are ready to return to Banshee for final authentication. To further limit the possible codes the generator can create, you'll have to recreate the conditions under which Banshee programmed the first codes, fighting Red Legion forces during the Red War. Complete an epic reprise of the Strike arms dealer in the European Dead Zone on Earth. So, we're going to go take a look at the Strike and see what we got to do. Alright, Guardians, so we are going to go into the arms dealer. We've got harsh elements, we've got blackout, and we've got iron. So enemies will have more health and are not staggered by typical damage. You will not have a radar, and melees are much more powerful, so if you get smacked close, you will likely be dead, if not close to dead. And then harsh elements, incoming damage from arc, solar, and void sources is greatly increased, so we're going to have to take this thing ultra slow. So my advice, go grab a rally flag before you jump in, and we'll get this thing going. Overall, the Strike isn't too crazy. Just when you get to the end, it is kind of hard to burn the boss down, especially because you'll be match made with randoms. Big thing to note is, as you're going through the encounter in the end, the boss will basically be summoning missiles down. You'll see those red laser beams. Those will be kind of missiles that will land soon, and you do not want to stand in those. So it just adds one more piece to this encounter. And of course, just be aware, remember, gladiators and things are going to mess you up because blackout is on. So anything melee, you do not want to get near. So you pretty much need to be moving around the whole time. Take little shots where you can. If you get a moment to pause, don't stand still too long because likely a missile is going to be on your head or a melee guy is going to be close. So watch out for those two things. And other than that, just play it safe and cautious. Try and stay alive for your team. Even if you need to go more defensive on your super and your abilities, it might be better off just so you can finish it on your first run through. Other than that, let's wrap this thing up. You've completed all the necessary calibrations on the key generator. The only thing remaining is the biometric authentication from Banshee. So we are back in the tower. See what he has to say. Applied crypto security. Takes a moment for Banshee to remember why you've come to him with a more or less functional key generator. But after a bit of kind prompting from Ghost, he gets there. Right, he mutters. Rummaging through a pile of ammo cases and weapon parts on his workbench, he finds a small device which he uses to digitally sign your generator. And just like that, you've got a simple little program. You can spit out the code that should open the case. Go see if it works. So we've got the Martial Archery 401, so we're definitely in advanced classes now. And previously we kind of got a peek through a sidewall that it really is up over there, but you've got to go the long way to get to it. So I'm going to speed through going back in there. You guys saw it in the beginning of the video on how to get there, so I'm going to go ahead to Banshee's room and finish this thing up. And once you are inside Banshee's kind of secret office here, we're going to walk back up, go ahead and open the door, and we can take the bow. So here we go. Leviathan's Breath is complete. So that is how to get Leviathan's Breath. I will test this thing out, get a feel for it, and possibly maybe even do a weapon review for a change. Exotic perk is Big Game Hunter. Fires a massive heavy bolt that staggers unshielded enemy combatants. Strong against unstoppable champions. Unstoppable only pretty much can be hit right now by the hand cannon bullet from the artifact mod. So this is a nice variation if you do want to be able to use that. And it's void, so pairs pretty well. Chain bowstring, heavy-duty bowstring, Cabal design, slightly increases accuracy, increases stability. Accuracy is quite high, actually. Fiberglass arrow shaft, heavy and consistent, greatly increases accuracy, slightly decreases stability. And Leviathan's Sigh. When fully drawn, the bow creates a large concussive blast that knocks back enemies. So previously in videos we've seen where the concussion will knock back enemies and also potentially kill smaller enemies that are in the concussive blast. So look for a review. Thank you guys for tuning in. It's very pretty. Hopefully you guys enjoy the journey to get yours, and a new exotic bow should be yours. So thank you guys for tuning in. This is Ebontis, and if you guys know where to find me, it's Twitch and Twitter, Ebontis on both, right here on YouTube. Thank you guys for all the support lately, past 41,000 and still climbing. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do so. More content to come as always. So thank you very much. Have a great one, and I'll see you soon.